So you have a great idea. Now what? My name is Maria Finkelmeyer. I am a percussionist, composer, artist, and professor at Berklee College of Music. I create immersive experiences at concert venues. I transform architecture into massive public art experiences. I write music, I perform music, but I have a lot of ideas. And over the past 10 years, I've brought a lot of those ideas to life. So what I want to do for you is to give you 5 tips on how to get that spark that's in your brain and how to bring it out into the real world. So the first step, pretty simple one. It's a brain dump. So what do I mean by a brain dump is you actually physically, with a marker, with a crayon, with a pen, with anything you want, physically write down your idea. It could be in really free form. It could be in pictures. It could be in bullet points or little squares or circles, but get the idea as best you can from your brain, from that moment you were walking down the street and you said, wouldn't it be cool if, take that if, that ... after, and write it down. So you can actually visually see and also physically go through the motion of getting that idea and articulating it in some sort of tangible way. The second step is to talk about it. So I want you to, as early as you can, after you've gotten it out on paper, to start to tell people about it. Your instinct is going to say, it's not ready. I haven't thought of the plan. I don't have the exact vision or the exact photograph or rendering of it. But what I want to tell you is, as early as you can, start to verbalize it with partners, with friends, with colleagues, with teachers, because every time you say it out loud, you're going to learn something about it. And every question that you get from a colleague is going to inspire you about some sort of component of that idea. And lastly, don't be afraid of someone taking the idea. I think sometimes we don't talk about the ideas is it because we're so afraid of somebody else saying, oh, that's a good idea, I'm going to do it. Maybe someone might do that. That might happen, but they will do it completely different than you will. They might, want to play the same piece, do the same thing, create the same public art piece, create the same startup, but it will never be exactly the same way you do it. So always remember that the idea is very, very connected to who you are, and don't let that fear take away the opportunity for you to talk about it with as many people as you can. The next one is, how many of these should I draw? We'll draw 5. Figure out the money, all right? So with anything, whether it's a performance project, a startup, whether it is a public art idea, money is going to need to be incurred to make that happen. So start to think about it. You might not have the full budget yet, but I want you to understand what range you're starting to tip your toe into. So how many people need to be paid? What kind of design does there need to be made? Do you need to commission? And what general range of finances are you going to need to attain in order to make that idea happen? Don't wait about the money. Start as early as you can after you've brain dumped, after you've talked about it. Try to figure out the money, because that's going to lead you really, really well into the next one, which is to craft the pitch. What I mean by pitch is this is the more consolidated, specific, and energizing vision of what that idea is. So we've taken this kind of free form at the top, and now you have to, all right, here's my idea. Here's why it's important. Here's who it's for, and here's what needs to happen to make that idea come to life. This one is a big one, number 4, but I'm here to help you. I created a free downloadable PDF to help you perfect the pitch, which takes you through 5 steps so you can brain dump, you could try to articulate your words, you can get to something called a call to action that's gonna really help you frame that idea. So you can click the link and grab it for yourself so you can really, really hone in on crafting that pitch. Because after you craft the pitch, which is building the team, getting people involved, really focusing in on what that vision is, you gotta build it, all right? And I wanna say brick by brick. So in number 5, your idea is not gonna come together overnight. It's gonna take a lot of micro steps, and you're gonna have to celebrate those micro steps each of the way. So that might be one day emailing somebody, that might be getting your team involved or rehearsing. But brick by brick, you're gonna build that massive vision, celebrate each of those bricks to get you to that space. And in these 5 steps, you'll take that spark and you'll start to see it come to life. So again, click the link below to download your free workbook, and good luck.